All right, everybody. So this is Jenny. I'm the graduate assistant for ICATER, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about an app called Autismate today. I really like this app. I've worked with a couple of students with autism using this app, and I'm here to show you a little bit about what it does. So you can get this app at the App Store for about $150. And I think an Autismate Lite might be coming out, but I don't really have access to that one right now, so I'm not sure much about that. But Autismate has a number of different... Why isn't it working? Dang it. Maybe I won't talk about the light. I shouldn't, maybe. We'll start over now. Should I start on the inside of the app? Yeah. Hi everybody, so this is Jenny. I'm the ICATER graduate assistant, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Autismate. It's an app that retails for about $150, and it's an app that I've used with a number of students that I've worked with so far with autism, and I've found it really helpful. So it does a number of different things. There's lots of different components to it. So there's a visual scheduler. It takes you through scenes, and I'll show you what that actually means in a minute. And it has a sentence builder component to it as well. I'm going to start with the visual scheduler. Down here at the bottom on the right, there's a star with 1, 2, 3. That's the icon for visual schedules. Let me get out of this schedule and show you a little. Maybe I can't do that. When you click on that initially, there should be a number of different schedules that pop up, and then you can select one. And here I've already started a routine, and so I have to complete that routine in order to get out of this part of the app. And so here you can see that it's a bedtime routine, and brushing teeth has been checked, so that's something that the student you're working with has already completed. So then say I've now washed my face as well. The app speaks out loud to you. Let me see if I can turn up the volume on this. I thought it was up. When you've completed a task, you tap on the picture, or you have the student tap on the picture, and a green check mark pops up, and it tells you that you've completed it, and then it prompts you to do the next item. So using the toilet might be the next thing. So I showed you just a snippet of what happened. So when you clicked and the check mark popped up for the previous step, once it switched to washing hands, it actually provided a video of what washing hands looks like so that the student can have a video model and watch that in order to learn how to do the task component. So I'll show you in a second in edit mode what that looks like in adding these kinds of things, but this is to show you a little bit about what kind of things that you can embed into these routines. So after I've completed washing hands, the next one pops up, and you can see it's fully green, and it's counting down how long that component of the task should take for the student. So you could have it where, you know, brushing teeth should take 2 minutes or something like that, and embed that into your visual schedule. What you can see at the bottom is that you're working toward a goal. So you can put a picture. There's lots of symbols in this built into the app that you can select from. You can select a picture from Google, things like that, and embed that. Just show the student or your child what they're working toward the whole time that they're using this app. So I'm going to wait a couple of seconds. I'll just tell you a couple things. When you first open the app, you create a user profile, because lots of these things are found on their store website and you can purchase them. There's lots of free ones. This one I downloaded for free. You can create them and then add them to the store. And what's really nice about this is when you're at home, you can use this app with the child and then send the schedule that you created to the teacher via email, and they can have it on their iPad at the school use the same thing, and they can be on the same page with you. So let's see if I can finish this routine and we can get out of it.
Into bed. Out and exit. Lights out.
And the student finished the task, and then he's done with this. So with the visual schedule, you can see I have lots in my library here, lots of different kinds of things. Also involved in Autismate are scenes, and what these scenes do is provide the student with a visual representation of a room that they've entered, and they can learn about what kinds of things that they can do in the room and how to go about doing them. So sometimes you can embed visual schedules into these scenes, and I'll show you how this works in a second. So this page is the demo page, so there's lots of different interactive things for you to learn how to use, and then you can start creating your own scenes. I created one of my office, and I clicked on that, and so you can see a visual representation of what my office looks like, and then you can add icons signifying where new scenes will occur and hotspots, and you'll see what a hotspot is in a second. So I've created an icon, so I can click on Jenny's desk. This could look like a picture, a symbol, lots of different things, but I chose to make words as what I'm going to click on. So I'll click on Jenny's desk, and here I have what my desk looks like. And now I have what are called hotspots, and there's lots of different things that you can put into a hotspot, and I'll show you. I'll get into edit mode really quickly so I can show you some of the things that you can do. When you want to add a hotspot, lots of different things pop up. You can record a phrase that'll be embedded onto the hotspot when the student clicks on it. Links to other things like other scenes. So when I was in my office and you clicked on the hotspot for Jenny's desk, it linked to now this scene. So I'm going to get out of that, and I can show you how I quickly, just this afternoon, created a visual schedule of how to log into my computer, but it should be here. Okay, maybe the visual schedule didn't save, so I'm going to click on the schedule just so you can see it. It should be saved, but I don't know what happened there. So this is what will pop up when everything's saved correctly. So I created a schedule for logging into the computer, so I can control in edit mode what each schedule is going to have. So I can set a title, I can add a video showing how to do something, I can record something that'll be spoken out loud, I can set an image. Those can include different pictures from your photo library. You can take a picture, you can Google image, and there's lots of symbols that you can use. But I made this really simple just to show that you can do this really quickly on the fly, and we'll see how it works. So outside of edit mode it should work. And type Control-Alt-Delete, type your username, hit the tab key, type in your password, and then my goal of using the computer has been met. So that shows you a little bit. Some of the other hotspots, I created a hotspot on the right for the printer, and when I did, in edit mode, I selected to have it record a phrase so that I could ask somebody if I was nonverbal to help me print something off. So I recorded my own voice. You can actually use a synthesized voice and type in what you want the computerized voice to say as well, so you don't have to listen to yourself if you don't like that. Let's see. These scenes are also GPS located, so you can take this iPad anywhere, and the GPS should pick up and tell you that you've made it to Walmart, and it should open up a bunch of scenes for you dedicated to that setting. So it can work for school, house, wherever in the community that this child might need to use this app. Lastly, the sentence builder, if I click on the smiley face at the bottom that's talking, I kind of come up with something that looks a lot like ProLoco to Go. It just helps build sentences for the student to speak. So you could click, I want, some of these are folders actually, so you can find, I want the tablet. Click on that. And then when you click on the actual sentence that's built up at the top,
I want tablet.
It'll speak it out loud. The nice thing about this app is within a recent update, you can now move different phrases to different folders and have multiple that phrase in multiple different folders. So if the child had a lot of trouble just leaving the folders to quickly type I want, you could have I want in all the folders so that they could go, I want some type of food, I want some type of thing, some person, etc. Another component of the update is at the bottom right corner, there's the addition of a keyboard so that the student can type if they choose to do so. That's just the surface of what this app really does. Be a very extensive webinar otherwise, but this is just a quick overview of a lot of the things that it does. I worked with mainly the visual schedule, and I think it really, really helped the students that I was working with this past year. So I highly recommend this app, and you can check out this webinar later via our ICATER Toolkit app and many of our other webinars that we've done in the past this year. So have a good week, everybody.